Morning, it is Tuesday the 19th of March and today we are flying to New Zealand. We don't arrive today, we arrive tomorrow, but that's okay. I have packed my tripod because my bag is way too heavy. So you're like balancing on something precariously. But today we're flying, we're taking, what are we doing? So 1 hour tram to the airport. It is a 6-hour flight to Doha. It is a 2-hour transfer time. And it is a 16.5-hour flight to Auckland. A lot of time in the sky today. So I thought I would take you along with me. Particularly show you my knitting as I'm going. And see how much I can get knit in, what do we have, like 16, no, more than that, like 28 hours or something. So I have 3 projects. The first one is my myrtle vest. It is a pattern coming out in the Journal of Scottish Yarns in a while, beginning of May. And it's a colourwork vest and all the body is plain knit and then there's some stockinette, sorry, some colourwork bands. So I've got the colourwork yarn in my hold luggage, but I'm taking the plain body. I'm gonna put that in another bag. I'm trying to save on all my weight right now. I have got yarn to make a Tolsta. So I've got 5 skeins of drop spell. Again, I think I'm gonna take one of these out because I'm tight on space. I've got 5 skeins of drop spell to make the camisole version of the Tolsta tank. And I've got 2 skeins of Cascade 220 to make a Santa cardigan long sleeve. So that's like 2 plain stockinette, 1 like lace and a bit more involved. I'm actually gonna put this project in with my Sana in the hope that this bag will take out a tiny bit fraction of room. And that's me. I am ready to go. We need to leave in about 40 minutes. I've had some breakfast. I just need to finish my coffee, brush my teeth, and leave for New Zealand. Hello from the airport. I feel like an idiot filming myself, but we're going to have to go. This is the worst angle possible, but I put my tripod into my hold luggage so we don't have it with us. But I'm waiting, we're boarding, what is it? 12:30, our flight is in like an hour 40 minutes. I've started my book, I'm reading Swift and Saddled, which is like a cowboy romance. If you like Elsie Silver, you'll like this. And I started my Tolsta. So, still in the ribbing. I have this fun idea, which only knitters will find fun, that if I can finish my Tolsta, it'd be cool to finish this Tolsta on the whole trip. And so that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to prioritise my Tolsta whilst I'm doing some reading. And yeah, this book apparently estimated time to read is 6 hours and 25 minutes, which is basically exactly my flight. So if we start it now, maybe I'll finish the first book by the time we get into Doha. Fingers crossed. my book. I am well into this. It's not going as fast as I thought it would, to be honest. And I have my newly acquired headlamp, or like neck lamp. It's really bright. I think it's going to be helpful for the next light on this light. It's weird because it's only 5:30 UK time, but it is 8:30. Yeah, 8:30 time in Doha. So it's pitch black outside. It's really dark in the morning. The whole light is dark. It feels like the middle of the night, but it's not. It's 5:30. And it's also only 6 a.m. in New Zealand, so I want to be like Taylor Swift, who says jet lag is a choice. But I'm worried. Yeah, 3.5 hours until Doha. Lots to go on this still, and 51% left of my book. I reckon I can finish this book before we land, and I'm not really crazy about just enjoying it. Like, don't really want to watch TV, don't really want to watch a movie, don't really want to do a complicated lace project. Pretty happy just stalking it in the round and hot cat boys in a ranch in Montana. What else do you need? We're currently about to enter Turkey. We're kind of flying parallel to Istanbul. Don't know what the sea is. What is the sea? Where's that? Between Russia and Turkey?
Black Sea.
Black Sea? We're currently over the Black Sea. We made it to Doha. We did a mad dash to the airport because we thought we were going to miss our transfer, and I did that in my lauder, and I could advise not running through an airport in Asia at midnight when it's still 25 degrees Celsius in a mohair sweater. I feel very sweaty. I didn't quite finish. I stopped filming my hourly ones because it was so boring. I was like, I'm doing the same thing I was doing. But I did get quite a lot done. It's about 22 centimetres and I finished the second ball. So I want the body to be 30 centimetres, I think. And then I can start the camisole shaping, which should be quite cool. And what else? I did not finish my book. I'm like 20 minutes away from finishing it. There's someone behind me doing yoga. So I want to capture in the video, like just over this side. I finished my book. I didn't finish my book, sorry. It was a bit of a choppy landing and I'm a very anxious flyer. I think I've said that like 10 times already. So when there's turbulence, I aggressively play Sudoku. I like play easy Sudoku over and over and over and over until turbulence is passed, and that's what I did. So I did not finish my book and I stopped knitting. It's just Sudoku. So I didn't quite get finished, but that is okay. And I didn't do any knitting on either of my other two projects. The next flight is, I cannot believe it, is 16.5 hours. It is 2.5 times the flight we just did. I don't know how. And when we land, it's going to be 5 a.m. It's currently like 11 a.m. ish, I think. 11 a.m. in, I could check, but I'm not going to. It's like 11 a.m. in New Zealand. And when we land, it's going to be 5 a.m. the next day. And I don't want to sleep as soon as I got on the flight, even though it's currently my 10 p.m. I want to stay awake for like 4 or 5 hours, no, way more than that, like 8 hours, and then try and sleep at the end in an attempt to battle some jet lag. So my plan is to stay awake now until, for ages, but eyes are sore and I'm tired. So it might be time, well, you can see the yoga. It might be time to do some sana knitting and something a bit more engaging when I first got on this flight. Or maybe I'll just finish my book and then put on sana and stick with that and do some lace knitting and something a bit more engaging. That's the plan. I don't know what my plan is for updates because I'm not updating you every hour, it's going to be so boring. But that is fine.
I'm going to keep going. I really want to finish this toast on the flight. I think it'd be fun, but I think given that I've done like almost the whole body on a 6-hour flight, I think we'll be fine to do that. So yeah, we'll get Tolsta finished. And I can't believe there's 16 hours still to go, and I cannot believe we're going to have to fly 16 hours again to get home in 3 weeks. I'm dreading it already. Okay, time to wash my eyes and get ready for flight number 2. Okay, I have about to split for sleeves. Or split for sleeves, like split the front from the back. But and I'm watching One Day on Netflix, which is an adaptation of the Andy Nichols book. I love the movie. I've not seen the TV show. I know it's going to make me cry, but why not? But how cool is this? So currently, where's my phone with all the times on it? So currently, like, I guess off the west coast of India, or like very far off the west coast, and it's currently 1:45 in the morning in the UK, 2:45 in the afternoon in New Zealand, and 4:45 in Doha. And it's been dark since midway through our flight before the sun is coming up. So I can show you because it looks so good. Look at that. I'm so excited. And what's the best thing is this plane has a camera, so I can just like pretend I'm driving the plane, which for someone who's anxious and everything on this plane, pretend to drive is amazing. But not all the way to the front, it has to be far enough back that I can see what's going on. Look, it's so pretty. So now I'm feeling great. I'm going to try to stay awake for like 6 more hours. And I'm going to try and finish my Tolsta.
So it has been pretty much a week since we landed, and I've been meaning to do like a wrap up of the flight content for a week, but I wanted to get the garment I was wearing fully washed and blocked and all the ends woven in, and I only did that this morning, a week after it finished. So this is my Tolsta tank. It's actually, I guess it's the camisole version, and it's completely finished and washed and blocked and dry, This is the most open here of all of the versions, and I'm definitely like, I'm not super comfortable all the time with a lot of chest and cleavage out. I think when it's warmer weather I feel better about it, but right now I just feel very naked. But it does have a couple of things. The straps here are still wide enough to cover a bra strap, so I'm wearing like a relatively like normal, I guess that's easier to show, like a normal thickness bra strap, and these completely cover it. It's also covered under the arm, so it's a relatively deep like armhole, but the bra is still covered. And then the same at the back. It's quite a deep back, but again, no bra straps. So I like it. I like this colour. I think it'll be fun to wear. I'm gonna get plenty of wear of this, I think, in Australia to give it a good test and see what I think. I think this would be really nice in a black. I think that's gonna be the colour that I'm gonna wear, be a more like neutral and a bit more dressy, but definitely my preferred choice, particularly in Scotland. I'll be wearing it with a linen shirt over it. This is like a Uniqlo linen shirt. I've got 2 of these and I wear them a lot in the summer. It is wrinkled, it's been my bag since we landed. Yeah. It's giving Aunt Chessie from Parent Trap in like the best way. And like sometimes I will tuck my shirt in and then tie this. It's not tucked in so it's not gonna look right, but like sometimes I would tie it. Or sometimes I'll tuck this and this in. And that is just like this I feel really comfortable in, if that makes sense. More so than, yeah, I don't always like having all my shoulders and arms out. I think it's because I never do it in Scotland. It's never warm enough. But my wrap up, oh goodness, you can tell I've just woken up, got no makeup on. Don't even wash my face yet. What I was surprised at in the flight is that I only wanted to knit on stockinette. I had no interest in doing any lace work. I brought my Santa cardigan, which was ready to get started. I'm not sure, it required like 10 minutes of concentrated thought to get the first stitch repeat started. And I don't know if, had I just powered through and done that, I would have actually really enjoyed the lace knitting. I ended up doing that stage on the ferry from the North Island to the South Island, and that was great. That was really perfect. So I do wonder if I just powered through and done that like 10 minutes of focus work, would I have done more lace? Probably. That being said, I had no desire to do that 10 minutes of focus work. I just really enjoyed knitting my Tolsta. I kind of had a mental thing where I wanted to finish a Tolsta in a flight, and so that's exactly what I did. I have another Tolsta ready to be knit up, and my current plan is to leave that for the flight home unless I run out of knitting, which I think is very unlikely. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So I think I will just try and keep that in my bag and just leave it where it is and deal with it on the flight home. It's striped, it's gonna be a little bit different, but I do think I just really enjoyed having a plain project for the trip. So unless anything changes, I will be knitting. I've got other stockinette projects and things, but I think I'll just be saving, and I'll take another project just in case I change my mind. But yeah, that flight home will be Tolsta number 2. So it is known, I think I finished my Tolsta t-shirt once in 3 days. I could have definitely knit this, like I wasn't just non-stop knitting the whole time, but between a 16-hour flight and a 6-hour flight, and I guess like an hour tram journey and a little bit of airport waiting, you can in fact knit a size 3, I think it is, Tolsta tank top camisole version. I sent this pattern to my tech editor before I knit the sample up, which is something I don't often do, but like I've made tops like this before, so I was pretty confident with my numbers, but I am now relieved that it fits the way it's meant to. So that's great. So 1 week down, finally wrapped up this video. I had such a nice time knitting on the way here. I will say, it's so strange. Everyone told me it's a crazy long trip, but once you're there, you forget how far it is. And I was on the flight thinking like, there's no way, it's a 16-hour flight. There's no way that's gonna feel worth it. Totally worth it. It's been a week. We're already planning our next trip. So yeah, that's all for my knitting from the flight, and next time I will be sharing a video about knitting my way through the North Island of New Zealand. See you then.